Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Mercedes-Benz CLA. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Mercedes-Benz of Salt Lake for giving me some time with this car. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. If you have any questions, just ask for Dylan. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering this is a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through a 9-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs are 221 horsepower and then 258 pound-feet of torque. Now before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, I love these lines on either side that pop up. I think those look really sharp. Got the Mercedes-Benz logo as well. And then really cool design with the headlights. I mean, look at that element right there. That is really sharp looking. And then you guys can see here with the Mercedes-Benz logo, you got all of the chrome there. And then you do have parking sensors on the front end. And putting it all together, let me know your thoughts on the looks here with the CLA. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 225/40/19 in the front and over in the rear. And you guys can see here with the wheels, you got the silver ring, and notice how it's all blacked out in the center. I think that looks really cool. You can see the mirror caps are body painted, and then you do have some that chrome trim on the door handles. And then here's the full side profile with the CLA. And here's a quick look at the key fob. We have our lock and unlock function and the opening there for the trunk as well. And inside of the trunk here, you guys can see we've got the AMG floor mats, which is a pretty cool feature. But yeah, the CLA is not a massive car, but it's got decent cargo space. And then it looks like these pull tabs are for the seats. Oh, sorry, I didn't show that in frame. There we go. Pull tabs for the seats to throw those down so you get more storage. And then you can see we've got toolkit and everything under. Got this low profile spoiler here on the back, and then look at the taillight design here. And then this is cool. This is how you open up the trunk, is with the Mercedes logo. I think that's kind of fun. And then you can see the parking sensors and the covers for the exhaust tips. And putting it all together, let me know what you guys think about the looks here of the CLA. Now taking a look at the door panel, you guys can see here with the red stitching goes across and the padding, and then look at the trim down below, and I like this here, and that trim as well. And then taking a look at the seats, you guys can see with the red stitching and all of that. Legroom back here is good. We also have a little storage pocket. We've got some vents here in the back, USBs. And then headroom back here is also good. Also, look at this. We have our cup holder armrest. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you guys can see again with the soft touch here, look at the stitching goes across and down below. All of our window controls here. Notice with the mirror adjustments, they do power fold in, and then you can see the memory seat function, heated seat function on top of that. And then it looks like we do have blind spot monitoring, maybe, with the mirrors, maybe. Anyways, there's blind spot monitoring. I was just being funny. You guys can see with the seats, really cool design down the center with the inserts, nice padding and stitching on the side. And then cool looking pedals down below. Got all of our light controls here, and then look at this trim, and also on the dash with the red stitching. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you guys can see here with the perforations on either side, and look at the soft touch down below with the red stitching. Now I've got paddle shifters for the 7-speed. I just realized earlier in the video, I think I said 9-speed. I meant 7-speed automatic with the transmission, so sorry about that little oopsie, it's a 7-speed. Anyways, we've got some controls here for the infotainment system, controls there for the center screen. You got your volume controls, adaptive cruise control. You can see a little stock here. And then we also have our column shifter. And then we've got this big digital gauge cluster here, which, yeah, I mean, even in, you know, a more modestly priced Mercedes, still looks fantastic. And it's connected to the infotainment system, which got the backup camera there, good resolution overall. But yeah, easy to use infotainment system, super good response time. Again, I can also control it with the controls on the steering wheel, which is cool. And so overall, I would say that they did a great job with this whole unit here. Got the 3-vent layout down below, and then you guys can see our climate controls below that, which is another nice feature. And then we've got more storage here, some cup holders, and then I like this for the drive mode select. It's just dynamic on the button to switch between the different drive modes. I don't know. I think that's interesting. Volume control here, you can see for the camera, and then you've got some storage up front. And then with the center console, good storage there. Nice stitching and everything, and you can see that it continues on the dash all across, and I like the little ambient lighting strip goes across. And then this does come with a sunroof up top. Now when it comes to pricing, this sticker's for about $52K. Let's see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood, both the mirrors. Just do a blind spot monitoring throughout the rest of the rear. And let us set off in the CLA 250. Also, the color on that Lexus, obviously Mercedes dealership, but still, the color on that Lexus is really cool. I think it was like a limited edition 1-year color or something. But yeah, it's just cool. You usually don't see Lexuses in bright colors. They usually just, Mercedes is the same thing, right? It's usually just black and white and gray. They keep things simple. But anyways, setting off in the CLA. And we'll have to wait for the traffic and then we'll set off. So officially setting off in the CLA. I can tell you first off, I noticed the transmission's super snappy quick, I guess is what we'll call it. I mean, look at this. Just boom. It's nice. Now, this is a very interesting Mercedes because you've got the frameless windows, and so it appears that this is like, was almost like designed to be maybe a convertible or something, which is interesting. But you know, in terms of insulation, it's pretty good. It's average for like a car in this segment. I wouldn't say it's any better or any worse than anything else. I do like this interior a lot though. Mercedes does a really good job on, you know, obviously they're high-end cars, but also on cars like this that are on the lower end for them, right? This still feels like, with the red stitching and the different textures and the material use, it still feels like a very well put together interior, and it feels more bespoke than what you might get from other automakers at a similar price point. And again, the most impressive thing to me is like the build quality. Everything feels very tight with the fit and finish, which again, you know, you'd hope you'd get at $50,000, but it's not necessarily the norm. Pop into the sport mode now. Another thing, people have been asking about sound systems. I like the Burmester sound system in the Mercedes quite a bit. This isn't obviously a high-end version of it, but still it does a pretty good job of making the music pretty exciting in the car. It's definitely more focused on sportiness. It's crazy like how quick this is given how little power it has. Like this has I mean, this is like Honda, well, it's a little bit more than that, but I was gonna say it's like Honda Civic levels of power if you look at like a Civic Si. But it feels more powerful than that. It's like genuinely quick. I really like it. So to cap things off with the CLA, basically if you want an interior that actually kind of feels special, right? This feels more expensive, more special, I mean, like the vents, all that stuff. And then you want a fun, sporty driving experience, and you want something that's at a more affordable price point. That's what the CLA 250 provides. And again, you read the power figures on paper. Trust me, it does not represent what this car does in real life, because in real life, this car is quite a bit faster, quite a bit more exciting. But let me know your thoughts.